Well, it looks like it's going to be kind of a casual beginning. Hi, Laura.
I have something relative to show you.
You have what to show me?
Something relative.
Relative. Are you going to bring it up?
Okay.
Yeah, we're on. Are you going to bring it up here and show it to me, or like? Okay.
Picture. I don't remember what we were doing.
Do we want to show it to everybody?
Sure. Ta-da. They're peppers.
Oh, those are your peppers.
Oh no,
Yes.
I forgot my speech.
From your horizontal farming?
It's my vertical
I
farming.
mean, vertical farming.
Horizontal. From your horizontal farming.
Can we see this on the screen?
Oh, nails.
Can you show it to them?
BRB. Oh no, it's tap it.
So, these are peppers that are grown from Emily's vertical farming. Very nice. So you just bring us a picture of the peppers, no actual peppers?
Yeah, they're being used.
Okay, well, good. It's all
Thank you.
right, thank you.
We had a whole gallon bag of them.
You had enough to bring some in to share with us. You're just taunting us with some digital representation of these peppers. Welcome back, everybody. So you can tell it's the first day after spring break. Everybody's sort of slowly tumbling in here. You mean we have to go back to school now? After that really nice, relaxing week of, what'd you do? Fun? Anybody?
Arizona.
Went to Arizona? Was it fun?
It was really warm. Really good.
Warm? Hot, I bet.
106.
106? Wow. That seems high for a spring day. So,
This was like the earliest year in over like 25 years that they've hit 100 degrees.
anybody else do anything fun? You went to Chicago?
Yeah.
And?
Drank a lot.
Drank a lot of green stuff?
On like one day. Well, no, because they made too much dye in the kegs. So yeah, we drank green beer a lot.
Green beer?
We drank green beer until like last night.
Till last night?
Yeah, and then nice little 11-hour drive back.
So you made it just in time for class?
Yeah.
That's dedication.
Was the river still green?
The river? I don't remember.
We're on air.
College student drinking stories. Who else did something fun? Kenyon, what'd you do?
I had COVID.
You had COVID for spring break?
Yeah.
Did you like order that up special just so you could enjoy that, or did that snuck up on you?
Snuck up.
Okay. Anybody else?
Went to Oklahoma City.
You went to Oklahoma City?
Yeah.
And what'd you do there?
The Space and Science Museum. up there.
Space and Science Museum.
Yep.
Okay. Did you learn anything new?
Just what I already know.
Confirmation? Sometimes that's comforting. Just recognition. What you know. Anybody else? Fun stuff?
I went to Norman.
Went to
with
Norman?
My grandparents.
And
Yeah.
so what happened in Norman?
Stayed with my grandparents all week and went shopping.
What are grandparents up these days? Like, what do they do for fun?
My nanny bakes all
Okay.
the time.
So she bakes a lot?
Yeah, and they just do stuff around the house, like in the garden and stuff.
Well, that sounds nice. So you help them out?
They're
Good.
very active, so
Nice.
yeah.
Good. Norman's a good town.
Yes.
A lot of things happening there. Anybody else?
Where'd this whiteboard come from?
It's always been
You're
there.
back there.
It's always been there. Has it always been?
Yeah, it's always been there.
I think it was
you.
just further back.
It's further back today.
I think you guys are gaslighting.
No.
No, it's always
it's
been
always been there.
Since day one.
RS2TV, has this always been here? Yes or no?
I'm gonna say, I don't know about that. Well, I will say it's always tricky to come back to work after you get a week off. Because when you're off for a week, you realize this is how life could be if I were rich and famous, but we're not, so we're back to work on Monday.
Did you do anything fun for spring?
Yeah.
Thanks for asking. I did. I went to Galveston, which is
Texas? Wait, sorry.
what's that?
Nothing. You went to Texas.
Went to Galveston.
Okay.
So I drive through Texas to get to Galveston, is the way I feel about it. But I've been going to Galveston since I was a little kid. My grandparents used to take me there when I was a child. And then I lived in South Texas when I was like a young teenager. And so Galveston was sort of our easy getaway type place. And so I just have a lot of good memories of it. So I like to go down there. And I went down this time because I got some gigs down there, so I played 6 times. And that was really nice, just getting to play like you do cover gigs. Cover gigs are where you go out and play other people's songs. So really you're just the sonic backdrop to whatever's happening in the restaurant or the bar. And maybe some people are listening to you, but really they're there to have their own fun and enjoy themselves. And so I had 2 gigs though this time that were original gigs, which is where you go play your own songs in what we call listening rooms. And those are rooms where people are not talking. As a matter of fact, that's the rule of being there, is that you don't talk, that you're there to listen to whoever's doing their songs. So I had 2 of those gigs, and those were really good. And blasted back yesterday and played last night in Stillwater and popped up this morning and zipped over here, and here we are.
That's Lucy.
So that's what I did, was ate a bunch of seafood and walked up and down the seawall. Since I'm a very fair-skinned person, so I burn really easily, so I don't really do the sun. I'm more of a sunrise, sunset kind of person. Hat, lots of clothes, walking around like an old person. Okay, well, but we are back to work now. And I know we're gonna have to do something here. We had talked last week about the people who were here, and I believe that's gonna be Emily, this Emily, and actually both Emilys are on this list. Emily and Emily, Maddie. What'd you do on spring break?
Nothing. I babysat, watched an extra dog sat.
Okay, so
A lot of babysitting.
So you did a lot of recovery, personal recovery.
And work, I guess.
Yeah, a little rest.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So Maddie's going to talk to us today. Wyatt is going to talk to us today. And we should get down to Laura, I believe, will be talking to us today. And what this is your rough draft of your process analysis. So kind of what you're going to do. And you can explain it to us, and we'll give you a critique. And then on Wednesday, we'll do the other half. So if you didn't go today, you're going to go on Wednesday. And then next week, we will do the finals, Monday and Wednesday. And then we're out of this process thing. And then after that, we only have about 4 weeks left. So we have to knock Laura's like, I can't wait to get out of here. So after that, it'll be the persuasive essay. And that's where you get to like bring it with regard to what you think, some strong opinions that you have. See if you can get some people riled up in here and out of their slumber, intellectual slumber. Okay, with that, this camera works fine. I'm gonna move to the back, and Emily B is gonna come up here and get us started.
Sorry, I just realized I'm donating, this is not important at all, I'm so sorry, I shouldn't even be saying this out loud. I was looking at my calendar because that's when my speech is over, I realized I made a blood donation appointment during your class time, so I have to go change it. Sorry.
Okay, well, thank you for letting us know what's going on with that.
I'm so sorry.
In the back. Usually these go pretty quickly.
It's really zoomed in.
Somewhere there's a pen up there. See a pen up there someplace.
There's a couple. I didn't realize that was a question for me, sorry. They're hard, they're no longer like squishy. By the way. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. You're on.
Did you know that about 770 million cupcakes are eaten every year
Wait, what?
in the United States?
Say that again slowly for us.
Did you know that there's about 770 million cupcakes eaten every year in the United States?
I am astounded. My attention is gotten. Please continue.
And each one is decorated in its own unique way. Cupcakes are popular at birthdays, parties, and celebrations, and learning how to decorate them can be the funnest part of it all, but also useful for these celebrations. As a person who loves to be creative, I will explain the basic steps for decorating a cupcake using simple tools and ingredients you can get from Walmart. First of all, I will talk about the tools you need, then I will explain how to frost a cupcake, and finally, how to add decorations. To begin, you will gather all your supplies. First, a cupcake that has been completely baked and cooled. If the cupcake is not cooled, the frosting will melt once you put it on top of it. Next, you will need your icing, which can be homemade or store-bought. Personally, I think homemade's pretty good. A couple other things that we need would be a piping bag, decorating tips, and then a spatula or a knife, depending if you're decorating a cupcake or a cake. Then finally, you will decide what you're going to be decorating your cupcake with, whether it's sprinkles, candies, or even some fruit sometimes. Once everything is gathered, you'll begin to decorate your cupcake. So next comes the fun part, it's frosting the cupcake. First, start by placing the frosting into the frosting bag, or the piping bag, which can be the hardest part of this process. Then you'll choose what tip you want to decorate your cupcake with. So here you see 3 different ones. This first one can be used for like writing and small lines. And then these other 2 are just different like decoration looking ones. The key to decorating a cupcake is the way you hold the piping bag. So you want to start by holding the piping bag at the top, farthest away from the tip. By like wrapping your piping bag up and then holding it from the top and squeezing from the top will make your icing come out better from the tip of it. Once you have the handle down on your piping bag, squeezing the icing down from the top to the bottom with your fingers will create an even line across the cupcake. Then you'll go in circles or lines or however you choose to decorate your cupcake. Finally, the last part of decorating a cupcake is adding the toppings. So you can do this however you want by adding sprinkles or chocolate chips to add flavor or extra color. This all together will make the cupcake look neat and very complete. With a little practice, everybody can decorate a cupcake and create cupcakes that look just as good as the ones you get from the bakery. Decorating cupcakes is not only easy, but it's a fun way to express your creativity. Is there any questions?
What's a piping bag?
It's a bag that you put your frosting into that you cut a hole in the bottom of to squeeze out the icing onto the cupcake.
Okay. Are you gonna show us one of those at some point?
I have one in my car, actually. I brought my whole like baking kit with me, but it's.
What I was saying, this is a good lesson for everybody, is that if you can bring up something that's a specific topic, something that we will not be familiar with because we're not experts in cupcake making, then you bring up a term like piping bag. Go ahead and explain what that is, even if you don't show it to us, but it can always be good to show us what that is. Overall though, really solid. I really liked your attention getter, which is why I kind of over amplified asking you to say it again. And what I'd also like for you to do in the future is on your attention getter, instead of reading it, tell it to
Look at
us.
it.
Can you believe 400 million cupcakes are eaten in the United States every day? Year. Okay.
Every day.
That's a lot of cupcakes.
One cupcake per American every day, which based on, well, I'll take that. So that was really good, but I want you to talk more than you read on this whole situation, and that's really one of your improvement points. A very good setup, your discourse markers are good, first, next, finally, all that. Well organized, good details. When you do bring up a subject-specific term like piping bag, you're gonna wanna define that for us or show it to us. I liked your wider application in global context. You brought up creativity, and then you asked for questions. Really, your only improvement points, I think, are talking more than reading. And I did note that you get a little hand wringy at times. You wanna free your hands up, let them go, instead of getting too caught up in there. But aside from that, I thought it was solid. So let's give Emily a hand. Way to go, Emily. Yay. Other Emily.
Have you ever felt like there are just not enough hours in the day to get everything you need to get done? It can often feel like your schedule is completely packed. Many people feel overwhelmed by everything they have to get done in just a span of 24 hours. Not to consider, we need 8 to 10 hours of sleep to function well as human beings. Learning how to properly plan your calendar can help you stay organized, efficient, and well prepared. One of the best ways to understand this is through an example often called the rocks in the jar demonstration. Imagine you have a large empty jar and 3 different sizes of rocks: big, medium, and small. The big rocks represent things you have to get done, things that are important to you. The medium things represent things that are probably important to you but don't necessarily have to get done. And the small rocks are things that really don't have to get done and really aren't that important but are for fun. Now imagine you start filling the jar with the small rocks, because they take up the most amount of space because they're all so tiny they can fit little crevices. So you put the small rocks in first. Then you add the medium rocks, and then you add the large rocks. But by the end, the large rocks don't fit. Your jar is completely packed with the little rocks, the medium rocks, and there's no room for the big rocks. So instead, much like your life, you start with the big rocks. You have to eat lunch, you have to eat breakfast, you have to go to speech class, you have to go to anatomy, and yes, you also have to go to chemistry. Then you add maybe, your blood donation appointment, and you don't overlap it with your speech class. You add visiting your grandparents. You add maybe a fun meal or a fun outing with friends, and then you add your little rocks, maybe a hair appointment, maybe a light walk, whatever you find doing fun in. This lesson applies perfectly to how we plan our calendars. When planning your time, the key is to start with the biggest priorities. Personally, I plan my calendar each day. Each night when I sit down to do my journaling, I plan my calendar with small rocks, but I have my big rocks already set out I plan them out by semester and by the summer. So my big rocks are like my classes, and those are already set out for the semester. Those are set in stone. And medium rocks I do weekly, such as doctor's appointments or visiting my grandparents. And then my small rocks I do daily, because they're easy to be removed. Medium rocks can also be things that should help you do better with yourself, like improving your self, Planning your life doesn't have to be rigid or over-structured. It should be something that brings you joy but also provides structure. It should not stress you out. It should benefit you. So my challenge to you is next time you plan your calendar, remember the jar and the rocks. Start with your big rocks, the things that truly matter and need to get done. Then add the medium rocks to help you grow and stay balanced. Finally, let the small rocks fill the remaining spaces. When you organize your time this way, you'll often discover that everything important can really fit. And here is a picture that's upside down now of the rocks. This person, they have all their little rocks and all their medium rocks and then all their large rocks. But this person is well organized, and they put in all their large rocks and all their medium rocks and then filled it with small rocks. Any questions?
I don't really have questions so much. I thought this was interesting. 2 things. You put your phone out there, but you never use it.
Yeah, so I was gonna use that as a what is that called?
A visual
A
aid.
visual aid. But I didn't think it was as strong as a jar of rocks because it's not mentioned in my speech as much. But this is my calendar. These, the blue, are things that are my big rocks, like I have to get done. These are my classes. But then this week, like I have, the green is a small rock, and it's in there. But in this week, you can see that I have, 1 second. Today, I have anatomy, chem, speech, anatomy lab, and I'm gonna go on a walk, and then I'm gonna go to dinner, and then tonight I'm gonna watch Hamilton with Emily. But the purple things don't have to get done, but the blue things do. And then tomorrow, I need to study. Oops. And then Wednesday, I have chem and speech, and then right here, it's really tiny, but it says I have a whole blood donation to give whole blood at Rogers State University. And then I have chem lab, and then I have a nail appointment and a doctor's appointment. Then I have nothing on Friday. Or actually, it's labeled at the top, it says free day. And then I have an event from 4 to 10 p.m. on Saturday. So that's what I was gonna use it for, but I didn't think it's as strong as the rocks, because the rocks are talked about more in my speech.
Do you know where the word Friday comes from?
No.
It's German. It's Freitag, which means free day.
Really?
So you've put free day on Friday, which is really what
Free
it
day.
means.
Free day.
I don't know where that's gonna get you, but now you know it.
Probably far.
Overall, very solid, scheduling, calendaring, good subject, helps you stay organized. Good transition markers. You have a very spirited delivery. You're looking around at everybody, that's good. I thought you were talking more than reading, or when I was watching you, you were, that was good. I think you need to bring in your rocks image earlier,
Okay.
because you brought it up and it is a good image, but you did it at the end. So I think you could bring that image
So should I
somewhere.
stop my speech to do that?
And well, when
Okay.
you bring up the rocks somehow or another.
Okay.
Show them, because I thought that was a strong visual. Good use your hands up until you popped your fingers. So let's not pop your fingers while you're public speaking. Other than that, I like the rock analogy, but I put out of sequence, meaning show us the image earlier.
Okay. I can do that.
And otherwise, I thought that was good. Let's give Emily a hand. There you go, Emily. Up next is Maddie, is gonna talk to us.
And at the end, I was like, there's just
And then
more like this.
Wyatt and Laura, we should go with
The rest I
both
just-
you in after that.
She's good. Ooh, Amika.
She knows what she's talking about, and you can tell. Yeah, so I have this.
Okay, we're ready.
Yes, the red kid and the Amika.
A person has on average 100,000 strands of hair. That may seem overwhelming to some people due to the fact that you may have to style it or you just wake up and have a bad hair day. Happens to anyone. But you will need to style it at some point. And I will be walking you through the process of how to curl your hair with a curling iron that has a clamp on it. This is the clamp right here. It opens and shuts. And it's really helpful when curling your hair. Some people find it to be tricky to use, and it takes a lot of practice. I know every girl loves getting their hair done. Some may struggle to use it, so I thought this would be really helpful. Even if you're a guy who has longer hair, maybe you'd want to curl it once, or maybe you're a girl dad, you might want to learn how to curl your hair because you never know when that will come in handy, and you can just make your daughter's day. First of all, you will need to prep your hair. You'll need to have it dry, preferably, and clean, and you'll need some products. I use this spray. I use two different sprays. Usually this Redken spray, I use it when my hair is wet, and it does more than one thing. It does a heat protector, detangles, usually anti-frizz, and this one by Mika, I usually use it on my dry hair. It does the same thing, it's just different kinds of sprays. They both smell really good and they both work the same way. Next, usually I have a clip with my hair. I section my hair from the top and bottom. I put it up here because it makes me feel more organized, and I start at the bottom. So we'll show you how to curl your hair. You start with the curler, the clamp facing out because it gives less crimps on your hair. And usually I take like a section. You'll have a mirror in front of you when you're doing this. It's a lot easier to see what you're doing. Hold the clamp in front of you. I usually brush it through the top and then bring it to the middle, and I will curl away from my face. And once I reach the top of my hair, I will bring the clamp down and release it, and then bring in more hair to the barrel and just go all the way to the top. And you will hold it here for a couple of seconds. Usually if you have thicker hair, I have really thick hair, so I hold it for a couple of seconds, or I feel to make sure it doesn't get too hot. And once I feel like it's reached its point, I will unravel it slowly and just release the clamp as I go. And then you get these curls. I curled my hair beforehand just to see how it looks like. And usually when you're done with your whole hair, I put hairspray in it. I didn't bring it today because I'm out. You put hairspray in it. You let the hairspray just kind of set in your hair. And then usually you can take your fingers, but I like this like wide tooth comb, and I just rake it through my hair to separate the curls, and it leaves like them pretty nice. I love curling my hair, and I feel like something every girl loves and just can't seem to get the hang of a clamp. But there's also different alternatives. There's a curler that doesn't have this clamp. It's just a barrel without the clamp, and you just wrap your hair around it. In conclusion, curling hair requires only a couple steps. First of all, prepping your hair, grabbing your utensils, then curling it, and then lastly, adding your finishing touches, which is hairspray, and then brushing it through. Curling hair with the clamp may seem a little confusing, but practice definitely makes perfect, so don't feel discouraged when you aren't getting it on the first try or first couple tries. Does anyone have any questions?
Can you burn yourself with that thing?
Oh yeah, yeah.
How do you protect yourself from being burned?
So there's some curlers, like if you buy them, they'll come with a glove with the purchase and like clips. I don't like using it because I feel like I can't do it. But there's also settings on the curler. I don't know if you can see. It gets pretty hot, which is maybe not safe, but and the lowest is 300 and the highest is 450
Wow.
degrees Fahrenheit. So it's basically an oven.
It's like
Yeah.
baking temperature.
Yeah, so definitely if you have like finer hair, I would use like a lower setting.
Lower temp.
But usually I use like a 340, 375 because my hair is so coarse and thick. It just gets it done faster.
Okay, so here's the question.
Yes.
If one can learn to do this accurately, what other skills might this lead to?
I feel like once you get it down, it may be easier to like use different like ironing tools like crimpers, or I think there's a special kind of tool stylists use. I think it's called like a Marcel thing. I don't know. It's like it's like you put it in the oven. It's like one of those old curlers you put in the oven. It's like you use both hands. I don't know. But it's so, I don't know how to use it, but
Okay.
it's cool.
What I was really going for there was to get you to, once you've done your process analysis, provide a global context, like what's the wider implication of this? And you just did it. If one can learn to do this, then you can learn to use more complicated tools, more advanced tools, something along those lines. So
Okay.
you just wanna make sure you broaden it out once you get to the end of it. Outside of that, I thought you did really solidly. I don't know what I'm more impressed by, the 100,000 strands of hair or the 400 million cupcakes. A little like going back and forth on those, but I thought that was a good attention getter. Good description of extra details, you broke down the equipment that you had, good discourse markers first, next, and so forth. Well organized, I thought it was a solid presentation. You gave some encouragement at the end, practice makes perfect. Really, I was looking for that. Really, all I'm missing is sort of a wider application or a global context for this whole thing, so you can add that on next time.
Okay.
All right, good job, let's give Matt a hand. Yay. 2 more, we're gonna make it. Wyatt is coming up next.
Mine might be a little bit longer.
Oh, it might be.
Yeah, so if
Well-
Laura wants to go first, she can, because mine is a bit longer.
Go ahead, you go ahead.
said no. She's okay.
We got 18 minutes, so try not to take more than 10.
Okay.
That way she can have her last 9 or 10. Golf swing? Club,
You didn't bring it today.
don't need it for,
That's better for today.
okay.
Cute shopping.
You think we should mountain like?
Do you want to learn how to crochet with as I go on?
We can.
So I want to make sure that y'all want to.
Now remember, this is a practice one, so you don't have to do everything.
We could just wait until
You want to wait?
Yeah.
the
Okay.
final.
Wait, where did Emily disappear to? Don't tell me where she went.
She steps outside.
She stepped out.
Fun fact, crocheting has been here around like 1823, when the first designs has appeared in Europe. It also became a really important craft back during the Irish famine between 1845 and 1851. Today I was going to show you how to make a granny square. I might just go ahead and explain the process of it instead of doing it on as I'm talking about this. I've been crocheting about like 10 years. It's one of my favorite relaxing hobbies besides gaming. It's a great beginner project to start off with, so that's why I like people to actually try to learn as I talk about making a granny square. Materials you usually need is yarn and a crochet hook. I will bring my shears the next time, but scissors or shears will work to cut off and fasten off your yarn. So what you start off with is a magic circle. You usually use a chain magic circle to chain 5 and make a loop out of it. Once you make your loop, you do 3 double crochets, which double crochets are just best way to explain it is actually doing it, but best way to explain this here, one sec. So basically you have your yarn here, you loop over your yarn here, you go through this loop here,
Wyatt, move that up on the screen a little bit
Sorry
so you
about
can
that.
see it. There you go.
so you have your yarn here, so this is your main chain here, then fast over your yarn over the top of the hook, then one that's out of the ball, you just simply pull through, and now you still have 3 yarn here. You fast through 2, and fast through 2. And that's a double crochet. So once you start here, you continue on and make your granny square with, apologies. I'll make sure that I have everything correct. So once you have this starting up here, you have your magic circle already in place, and then you do 3 double crochets. Then you chain 2. Once you chain 2, that will start forming your corner. So I thought I had a granny square in here. Once you start doing this, you just repeat the process 3 more times, and this will start being your little base of your granny square. Then after that, you will chain 3, which this will be your next row of your granny square. Once you start there, you will go ahead and do chain 3, and then do 2 double crochets into the same hole. Then chain 2, and then 3 more double crochets. And then just do it for the next 4 corners, and then you chain and slip knot through. Once you do that, you will start your 3rd row, which has just basically repeat the process constantly. Once you finish, you can slip stitch into the top of your granny square to fasten it off. You use your shears or scissors to cut it off. Once you do that, you could weave your ends of that slip knot inside your work, so you will make sure that you have no loose ends on each side. Which you made your basic stitches usually with this project. This is why I like beginners to start off with, because you learn how to do a single crochet and double crochet. And also you learn how to do a magic circle with this. I hope this guide kind of makes sense. It inspires you to try this. And this little fun hobby of mine. This crochet helps me relieve stress because, be completely honest, it's cheaper than therapy. So grab your yarn and your hook and give it a try. Is there any questions?
I don't really have any questions, but what I would say is that I think you were looking for your granny square and maybe you didn't have it with you.
Yeah, I did. I kind of left it over there where you are.
So that's probably the only weakness of this whole
Yeah,
thing.
you have no visual.
Is that you were talking about things that we can't conceptualize
Yeah.
as non-crochet people.
Yes.
So you're gonna wanna show those to us next time.
Yeah.
However, given that, it's well organized, well put together, you're obviously enthusiastic about your subject, so that's good. I would encourage you and everybody, good lesson, see where the ball of yarn is now. And Eddie, would you put the big screen on us for there? See, it's dead center of the screen, so sometimes it's good, while you're working on an overhead camera like that, look at your screen, your monitor, that way you'll know that you're on screen and stuff can be seen. But sometimes you get up there, you get caught in your own world, you're not really paying attention to the screens, you're more worried about talking and showing your thing. So make sure that you've got it where everybody at home can see it, okay? So just kind of watch the screen while demonstrating. And then also, I think it would be good for you, as mentioned, to show us examples of the different crochet styles.
That's what I was planning to do next week is
Yes.
I was gonna make a granny square as I was talking about this,
Yes.
but since this is just a rough draft, I decided not to today.
Okay,
So I will show y'all how to do the different.
yes, and you
crochet
mentioned
styles.
some other ones too, if you just had like a little example that you could
Yeah,
put into the camera.
So all the stitches I have mentioned is also in the granny square.
Okay,
So when I make this, y'all will get to see how this is formed too with
Okay.
the different crochet
Yeah.
styles.
I think that that'll be fine. I also liked your wider application or global context, which is stress relief. You know, hobbies can provide you some stress relief, so that's one way you can make this local concept into a broader topic by saying that it's cheaper than therapy, or however you wanna say that. Okay, all the way around, thought it was solid. Way to go, Wyatt. Let's give him a hand. Yeah. And now Laura is gonna come talk to us about her golf swing. And how we're all gonna be better golfers as a result of this whole thing. Right.
Okay. Have you ever wondered why professional golfers make the swing look so easy, but when beginners try it, the ball barely moves or goes in their own way? Today, I will explain the basic steps to perform a proper golf swing, which is the most important skill in golf. First, I will explain the correct stance and grip. Second, I will describe the backswing. Third, I will explain the downswing and follow through. The first step is setting up correctly. Your feet should be shoulder width apart, your knees slightly bent, and your body aligned with the target. The grip should be firm but not too tight. A good stance and grip give you balance and control during the swing. So if you don't know what is the grip, it's the part where you grab the golf club. So you have to have like your hands and your fingers in a like correct way. So I probably will explain when I have my club here. I didn't bring it today because I don't want to walk through all the campus with it. So you need a golf club and a golf ball, obviously. Make sure the ball is positioned slightly forward in your stance. Second, the backswing is when you bring the club back away from the ball. Rotate your shoulders while keeping your eyes on the ball. Probably if you move your head while you're like backswing, you're probably going to miss when you come back. Because you're like when you backswing and move the head, you're probably not going to see the ball. That is like one of the most important steps. So you need to stay with your hair watching the ball. If your stand is correct, the backswing will feel natural and balanced. A common mistake is swinging only with your arms instead of rotating like
all your body. The downswing starts when you bring the club down to hit the ball. Your hips should rotate first, and then the club will follow. A helpful tip is to stay relaxed and keep your eyes on the ball until after contact. Some golfers use slightly different swing styles, but the basic movement is similar. After hitting the ball, continue the motion into a full swing. So just stay like this with your golf club. Your body should finish facing the target and the club should end high over your shoulder. If your balance is good at the end of the swing, it usually means the swing was correct. To review, a good golf swing starts with a proper stance and grip, continues with a controlled backswing, and finishes with a smooth downswing and follow through. Understanding these steps helps golfers hit the ball more consistently and improve their game. Next time, if you're at the driving range or a golf course, try practicing this step and see how your swing improves. Any questions?
If a person can learn how to do the golf swing properly and accurately, what else can they do?
Well, play golf.
Okay, but beyond that. So if a person can learn to crochet, they can get some stress relief. Person can learn to decorate a cupcake, it can enhance your creativity.
Well, most people play golf when they're old because it's good for the health and the body. They say that it may help to stress. I don't think so because when I play golf I get mad most of the time. So you probably get more stress while you're playing than not. But yeah, I mean, you walk, you are constantly moving, so it's good for your health.
Okay, that's really where I was going, is you're missing that wider global context of this local topic. So if we can learn to do the golf swing properly, we can also learn other complicated tasks. We can encourage us to stay healthy by playing a sport of some type or another. It's something that's gonna push this into the global as opposed to just the local. But I'd say overall, this is gonna be interesting, but we obviously need to see you doing it. So when you bring the club, you'll be out there and you can really demonstrate this for us. But I think that's really what's missing in this presentation is the club. Because if you're standing there just talking to us, then it's hard to visualize all of it. So that's what we really need next week. And I would also say you can work on your eye contact a little bit. Look around, look over at Maddie, look back here at Wyatt, look over there at Maggie, move around the room a little bit, okay? Aside from that, I know it's solid. We just need to get that club in here and see what it's really gonna look like, I think. All right, let's give her a hand. Lady Laura. And we got a whole 5 or 6 minutes left. Back to you guys. Let's see what else we can do while we're up there. Maddie's here. Thank you. And the 2 Emilys. There you go.
And I turn around and tell them and he's like, don't tell them.
Oh, this is my great book, so we know who's gonna be next victims.
What's a piping bag?
We kinda know, to be honest. Jacobs, both y'all. Kenyon, go on Wednesday. Know what you're gonna talk about?
How to read a dental x-ray.
How to read a dental x-ray. Okay, I'm liking that. Jacob?
How to make a sandwich.
How to make a sandwich? Okay, what kind of sandwich?
Actually, I need to ask that. Does anyone have allergies to anything? 'Cause I'm bringing food in here to make food.
No peanut allergies, okay.
Okay, cool.
Jacob, what are you doing?
How to string a bow and arrow.
How to string a bow and arrow. Okay, so are you bringing the bow and the arrows or just the bow?
I think just to be safe, I'll just bring
Just the bow. Maggie, what are you doing?
How to put an outfit together.
How to put a what?
Outfit together.
Oh, we talked about
The
this before.
Oreo method.
The Oreo method, right. Okay. I think everybody needs to know this. I think it's a valuable thing. So that's who's gonna go on Wednesday. Seems like I'm missing somebody though.
When are you gonna give
Ari,
yours over?
Ari and Braden, what's that?
Olivia.
Oh, Olivia.
Olivia. Why did I call
She's
her
not
Taylor?
here.
Because
Taylor.
Yes, Olivia.
So if you see
Her
them
nickname.
walking around, they gotta go on Wednesday. And whoever misses on Wednesday, tough luck, because we gotta do our finals next week, Monday and Wednesday. We're past the, oh, it's okay, we'll make it up phase. We don't have any more time to do that kind of thing. Okay, 3 minutes left here. Anything, any other concerns about anything? Should we check the world, what's happening?
Did you see that at the Dallas show this weekend? There was a lamb that sold for over $1 million.
Wait, a lamb sold for $1 million?
The Dallas Livestock Show.
The
Dallas
Livestock
Livestock Show? Okay, and what are they gonna do with it? For $1 million?
Nothing. After a year, lamb's not good to eat.
Oh, so why would you buy a lamb for $1
Was it
million?
a lamb?
Yes, a sheep.
Well, that was not necessarily the groundbreaking news I was thinking we might hear, but it's something.
Sold,
For $1 million?
I think it was over $1 million.
Okay, well, let's see what's going on in the world. There was a wreck today. Give us our screen and let's just go ahead with it. Go to the computer screen. Let's just see what's happening out here in the world. USA has issued security alert to Americans around the world, so don't go blasting around the globe at this moment anyway. Anybody traveling on the airlines over the next week?
Or I went last week.
You already been, so you don't have to worry about that.
Did you see the airplane that hit a fire truck?
Hit a fire truck. I was trying to maybe not bring that up, but okay, we'll go ahead and look at it.
Sorry.
It's all right. But it's terrible, you know, it's like, this is a accident that happened on a runway in New York. So it wasn't even a quote plane crash out of the air, but there was a fire truck that was going to check on another plane, and the air traffic controller actually made the mistake and was trying to get them to stop and couldn't do it in time. And so this plane did not know that this fire truck was coming across the runway and ran into it. The two people who died were the pilot and the co-pilot who were in the very front.
Were there any passengers on?
Passengers, yeah, like 41 injured. So it's either like stop, and didn't work. So, I don't know, what do you take from that in a global 6-hour TSA lines? You don't want to travel right now if you don't have to. Let's see. Oh, yeah, now the ICE agents are taking TSA's place since TSA people are quitting. Well, I'm sure that'll work out great. Oh, already seen terrorizing a woman and child at SFO, San Francisco Airport. Let's skip all that news. Watching people blow people up in other parts of the world. What else? Celine Dion's making her concert comeback. Spring breakers face arrest for too much twerking. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll be arrested.
Dr. Foley.
Yeah.
It was a sheep instead of a goat. Or it was a goat instead of a sheep.
Come back to me there, and
Okay.
we'll like skip all that stuff. What a mess. The world's. So it turned out to be a sheep. So
A goat. It's a goat, not
Oh,
a
it
sheep.
turned out to be a goat.
And you can't eat those at all.
You can't eat them. So
They're-
why
and
would
they
you?
can't breed it unless it's a female, because males get castrated before they show.
Doesn't sound like a good deal.
They're probably gonna
We'll have part 2 of this on Wednesday. So get your speeches ready and we'll see you then.